So we're going to have a go at drawing a Velociraptor by popular request, and I'm going to take you through stage by stage. I'm using my pencil. It's a mechanical pencil. It's got a 2B lead in it, but you can use an HB. And we're going to draw lightly to begin with to get some lines in, just like we always try to. And I'm going to start off with drawing some lines around the mouth. We're going to start around the mouth. So this is what I'd like you to do. I'm going to start over here to the left-hand side of the page. Give ourselves plenty of room. I'm going to start with the mouth, so it's in the, part of the head, top left, and then the body will be over here. Okay. So I'm going to start off by giving this a little curve. I'm going to probably press a little bit harder than I want you to, because I want you to be able to see the line. And I'm going to draw another line, comes around like that, and this forms the shape of the mouth. I'm then going to draw a line in this corner of the mouth, which is kind of a bit of a skin in the corner, bit of the corner of the mouth, bit of skin. And then I'm going to draw, this is going to come round, and I'm going to draw this line quite lightly because it's going to come down to there. And then from there I'm going to draw a similar curve to this, like that, and then that's going to form the bottom. So this is the inside of his mouth. Now inside there I'm going to draw a little curve like this, and this is going to form his tongue. He's got his mouth open, and then I'm going to draw some big jaggedy teeth, and that's why I've drawn that line quite light, because you can do this too. It's got lots of teeth, just like a crocodile. And there are teeth coming out the front like this, and we can do zigzags for here. He looks well armed, this guy, lots of big teeth. Lovely. And then coming on this side of the mouth, we're going to do the same thing. Zigzags to form the teeth. And then I'm not going to do any further than that. I'm going to leave that space because at the front of his mouth he's got teeth that come round to this side. Make sure you get these teeth really well, otherwise he won't be very pleased with you. Right, so there we go. That's his mouth. And from the end of here, so this point here, I'm going to go up. I'm then going to go draw a little curve like that, and I'm then going to draw kind of like a shape like that. So it's kind of forming his head. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put an eye, like an oval. And inside that I'm going to draw another curve like that. And I'm going to put a little circle like that, and then I can fill in. So he's got this kind of eye like that. Okay, I'm going to give him a little number 9 upside down for his nostril. And I'm then going to go to here. I'm going to draw a little shape that does this. Okay. Let's come down here and do the bottom jaw now. Now this, come out, little curve there, down to there is, oh, I've snapped my lead, let's put that back on there. I'm going to cross, and then up in line with his mouth to about there. Just curve off the end of that. And then over here, I'm going to draw his neck coming down. And then I'm going to draw along to show his back to about there. And then he's got a tail that goes up like a curve to about there. Something like that. I'm not going to draw any more there. I'm going to come down here and draw the underside of his tail. Like that. Okay. So what I want to do now is draw how the neck comes down and joins up with the body, but we've got an arm to put in here. He's got a forelimb which turns into big claws and things. I'm going to come down here and draw this neckline. And then I'm going to come over here. Now, Velociraptors have quite long limbs. So from about this point here, I'm going to draw my curve down. And I come to about there. And then I'm going to do the other side of his arm, and it's going to come down, practice where it goes to. They have quite big arms, I think. I think the skeletal remains, the fossils, have shown that they had quite big forelimbs for dinosaurs that ran on 2 feet. So I'm going to draw his legs in here, his front leg in here. That, so it's just a curve at the end of that shape. And then this side, and draw from there. You can see I've come round and I've done a little curve. And then up again to a point. You can probably tell that's going to be a talon. And I can bring that down like that. Here I'm going to make it's going to look like a claw, just like that. You see how I drew that? Brought that back from the end of his line where I left it before. I'm going to bring that back and show like the nail coming out. Okay, let's go back over to here, because here I can then draw just in this place. I'm going to draw another. That's going to be his thumb. I'm not sure they had thumbs, but I want him to have a gripping hand. And then this is a finger with a nail on the end. And that's going to have a little pad like your fingers do. Just like an eagle's talons, but on his hand. And then I'm going to come along and draw another finger. Pretty vicious looking bloke, this guy. So that's kind of what he looks like. So we've got thumb and then 2 fingers. Now I'm not going to draw that anymore on this because I'm going to show you why in a little while. But let's go and have a go at drawing his back leg. Now I'm going to have it so he's got his leg up, so he's got lots of movement. So I'm going to start sort of halfway along his back to about here. And draw a line that goes down and then gradually curves around to like that. And bring his tail down a bit further, because then I'm going to draw that line in, which is going to show his ankle. And then I'm going to draw that along like that, with a little sort of knobbly bit. Now, from about this point here, I'm going to draw that line. It's all starting to take shape now. Now, don't forget, I'm going quite quickly, and you guys can take your pause button, keep pressing it whenever you need to just catch up a bit. And you can always rewind as well and watch me do something again. Toes kind of taking shape. I'm going to draw this toenail like that. It's got big claws, talons. Don't forget, these guys turned into birds. They evolved. They reckon they turned into birds eventually. He had a great big claw on his back feet, on his feet, essentially. They were known as the killer claw, and it's what Velociraptors are really famous for. And that kind of stuck up, they reckon, just like that. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to draw just a little shape in there, which is going to be part of the back leg. and he's going to be pushing off his back leg. So all the weight's going to be touching the ground through this back leg. I'm going to come down and draw this curve like that. It's going to come round like that. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this up, and it's going to come to about there. I'm not going to do any more there because this is all going to get decorated, and I'll show you how in a minute. But we're just going to carry on with his back leg, because this has got a claw on the back here. Sort of dew claw like a dog has. And this is going to be his big killer claw for his other foot. I'm going to draw that up like that and go along. That's his big killer claw. Now here, from the underside of there, I'm going to bring a little lump and another little lump. And then I can show how this claw comes along. Right, now from this finger, let's go back to his hands. Now let's talk about their skin and what they were covered in. Now, they have found, archaeologists have found, that the Velociraptors were very bird-like. They reckon they were covered in feathers.